is it?
Nothing. Nothing.
No, there is something. Tell me.
Oh, I know this is so stupid, Ethan. And you've been nothing but caring and reassuring. But for whatever reason, I am still insecure about Teresa.
I'm married to you. You're my wife now.
I know that. It's just that earlier it was beginning to sound like you were trying to find a way to forgive Teresa for throwing Ivy out of the house.
No.
Sweetheart, that's how it sounded to me. It was like you were searching for some way to understand what Teresa did. And that really concerns me. I mean, if she could do something so terrible as to, like, throwing your mother out of her own house and you can find a way to forgive her? Ugh, look, the bottom line here is, do I need to continue to worry about Teresa? You know, just worry if she still has hold of your heart? I wonder what's going on at the Bennett's house right now.
Well, don't tell me you wish Sam hadn't offered to let my mother stay at his house tonight.
Well, I'm sure Ivy will throw the house into utter turmoil.
No doubt. What's the matter, Teresa? Having regrets about throwing her out?
No, I'm glad that I did that. I just feel sorry for Sam and Grace. Now, Ivy's been plotting to get Sam back for years, and now that she's under Sam's roof, she's got an inside track.
I wouldn't worry about the Bennetts too much. I think Mother's still shell-shocked from the old heave-ho you gave her.
Oh, no. No. Ivy has definitely got something up her sleeve. Or if she doesn't now, she soon will. You know, it's like I said earlier, throwing Ivy out of the house was like the best thing that could have happened to her. I was trying to hurt your mother. But what if what I did gives Ivy what she's always wanted?
Kay can't be dead. She just can't be.
It's just like Charity's premonition. She saw Kay lying in the snow, bleeding, and then the phone rang.
Kay, no.
It can't be true. She can't be dead. Not my baby.
Hey, look, let's not think the worst, okay? Nothing's been confirmed. The sergeant just said that 2 patrolmen found the girl in the blizzard. Frozen to death, matching Kay's description.
Please, God, no. It's not true. It's not.
Listen, it's like Sam said. We don't know anything yet.
If I'd have never fallen in love with Miguel, I've killed my cousin.
Charity, no.
No, Charity, this is not your fault, Charity. I mean, Kay is stubborn, and she wouldn't listen to reason. You know, she had no business going out into this blizzard.
I should have tried harder to keep her here tonight.
No, it was me. I shouldn't have gone anywhere tonight. I should have been here for my family. If that girl was Kay, my daughter's death is on my hands.
See, Ivy, you were getting so much pleasure out of all the pain Kay's running away was causing Sam and Grace. And now she's dead.
Well, I didn't like Kay, but I didn't want to see her dead.
Sheridan, honey, we're running out of time. A decision has got to be made.
I know.
Antonio's condition could deteriorate further at any moment.
you want me to give him the experimental drug or not?
I hate being in the hospital and having to use the bathroom. If I was at home and I had to go, I would just go and then you'd help change my diaper.
Could you just zip it, Mother?
What, I missed something? Oh, poor sweet Sheridan. She is in a world of pain, isn't she? And I just bet dollars to donuts my wicked daughter had more than just a little to do with it, didn't she?
Shut up.
Wicked and rude.
But happy. Everything's working out perfectly. That videotape that Antonio left had instructions for Sheridan. He said that if his condition deteriorated and he couldn't make the decisions for himself, then it would be up to her to decide whether or not to give him the experimental drug.
Sheridan is to decide?
What did I just say?
So Antonio could be cured. Eh?
It's like a 1 in a million chance he will be. 1 in a billion. Most likely he'll end up in a coma, a vegetable.
Ugh. Well, that's just horrible.
Yeah, it is horrible, isn't it? It's horrible for Sheridan. And wonderful for me. Because if they give Antonio that drug, Sheridan will be trapped. She'll have to spend the rest of her life taking care of him, being married to him. Luis will be all mine.
Ugh.
He'll be all mine.
What am I going to do?
When I was deciding who I wanted to spend the rest of my life with,
Go on.
it was a difficult choice. You know that.
Mm-hmm. Between Teresa and me. Yes, Ethan, I know that.
But I thought everything through, Gwen, and I made my choice, and I am sticking with it. So you don't ever have to worry about me leaving you for Teresa, or for anyone else. What is it?
Ethan, does I made my choice and I'm sticking with it supposed to make me feel better? You didn't even answer my question.
You asked...
If Teresa still has hold of your heart. So please, Ethan, you know, a simple answer to a simple question. Does Teresa still have hold of your heart?
Well, you may be right, Teresa. I mean, tossing my mother out of the house tonight might just well work to her advantage. And after all, there's nothing she'd like more than to play house with Sam Bennett, the object of her obsession all these years.
You've been out of town the past few years. How do you know about Ivy's obsession with Sam?
My classmates at the various schools that I breezed in and out of, they loved reading the tabloids and couldn't wait to share with me the latest scandals involving my family.
Oh, that was mean of them.
Yeah, well... jealousy, Teresa. I mean, surely you've experienced that now that you're a member of one of the richest families in the world.
Yes.
There was a letter published once that my mother wrote to Sam when she was a young woman.
I remember reading that.
It was particularly revealing concerning their, how should I say it, romantic encounters. A couple of my classmates had it blown up to 3 times the size of a regular poster, glued it to my wall when I was at class.
That's terrible.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a whole lot of fun. But, you know, I'm a crane. I mean, I'm used to it. There's nothing people like more than to knock the top dog down a peg or two.
So you had a bad time in school, didn't you?
I mean, I was never allowed to stay in any of them long enough to have a good time. I mean, at some point, I'd always receive a not altogether polite note requesting that I pack my bag and get the hell out.
I'm sorry, Fox.
Don't listen to me. Yeah, I'm just a poor little rich kid complaining. I wonder how Mother's doing at Shea Bennett.
I don't know. But I feel sorry for Grace. She's not going to be very happy at all having Ivy there.
You know, that is kind of strange. I mean, Sam taking my mother over to his house to spend the night, he had to know that would cause some problems. Why do you even suppose he did something like that?
I've been thinking about that too, and one question keeps nagging at me. Could Sam still love Ivy?
Wow, well, that would certainly make things interesting, wouldn't it?
Sam, I am so sorry.
We don't know anything for certain.
John's right. It may not be Kay. Patrolman said he'd call me back when he had more information.
But you said that the girl matches Kay's description.
Grace, that doesn't necessarily mean it's...
Come on, how many girls matching Kay's description could be out in this storm tonight? It's just like Charity's premonition.
No, it's too awful.
Don't worry, Charity.
Oh, Sam, I wish there was something I could do to help.
So do I. So do I.
You're right. What you said earlier. If you'd stayed home, Kay never would have gone out tonight. She would still be alive. Our daughter is dead, and it's on your head.
No, Aunt Grace.
This is not Dad's fault, Mom. Yes, it is. It is all his fault. Our daughter is dead. We've lost her. And you were to blame, Sam. You are.
This is it, David. The death of their child is going to drive a wedge between Sam and Grace that will last forever.
God, you're a monster, Ivy.
She has no choice. Sheridan has to stay with him. No. Luis, he's gonna be all mine.
No, not so fast. You forgot one thing. What about the new drug, huh?
It is so experimental. It's like nobody thinks it's gonna work anyway. Eve Russell said it's like 1,000,000,001 chance.
Every time you talk about it, the odds seem to go up.
Well, whatever the odds, I'll take them.
You are wicked. Wicked.
I am just a woman in love.
No, you are not. You are a demon. That's what you are. Would you just look at them? Antonio, Louise Sheridan, and not to mention poor Pilar and Miguel. All their lives are going to be torn apart. And you are just thinking how you're going to take advantage of that.
Like, I care what you think about me.
Boy, I hope Antonio is cured, and then Louise and Sheridan can tell him the truth, and they can get married, and you, little missy, you're going to be left alone, all out in the cold. No. No, I pray that you never get Louise. Never.
Sheridan, I don't understand. What is the problem? Why are you hesitating to give Antonio this drug? You are his wife. You have the power to give him life. Now, please, save my son.
I must have hurt myself when I fell. What happened? Cop cars and ambulances. It must have been an accident. Oh, this terrible night. So cold. I must have really hurt myself when I fell. I gotta get out of here. If I stay in this storm, I'll die.
None of this would have happened if you were here. None of it.
God's sake, Grace. Don't you think I feel just like you do?
How you feel? I don't care how you feel. This isn't about you. This is...
Chief Bennett. Thank you.
Daddy?
It isn't Kay. That girl isn't Kay.
Oh, Kay's not dead. God.
That's the best news.
Except another family is going to be suffering tonight.
That's right. You know, I mean, the good news is for us, but the worst is for other people.
Someone else has lost a daughter, a cousin, a friend.
Kay's still out there somewhere.
It's all too awful.
Too bad Kay didn't die, huh, Ivy? Now you can't benefit from the death of a pregnant teenager.
I gotta find Kay. How far could she have gotten in that blizzard on foot?
Sam?
Yeah.
About what I said.
Let's just find Kay. All right? That's the most important thing. I'm gonna call state police. I know they're stretched, but maybe they could spare a couple of units.
I know what the situation is. And I want to save Antonio, but it is not that simple.
Yes, it is. It is that simple. It's a simple question. Life or death?
No, Pilar, it's not that simple. As a matter of fact, it's terribly complicated.
Really? How? All Sheridan has to say is yes or no.
Because the decision that she makes could affect the rest of her life.
Her life? She shouldn't be thinking about her life. Is that what's going on, Sheridan? Huh?
No.
Are you hesitant to give Antonio this drug? Because you know that if he becomes the vegetable, you will be tied to him for as long as he lives, and that means that you will not be able to be with Luis? Well, you can't think about that right now, Sheridan, because you married Antonio. Now, you are his wife. And you cannot let him die because you want to be with his brother.
I am not a bad person. I would never let Antonio die just so that I could be with Luis.
You wouldn't?
No.
Oh, thank God. You're going to say yes to this drug, then?
Is that true, Sheridan? Have you decided to give Antonio the drug?
Smiling about?
Oh, Mother. It would be just like her.
What would?
I'm trying to get her happiness at the expense of others. Breaking up a marriage to get what she wants.
Well, Sam and Grace aren't exactly married anymore.
What are you talking about?
Grace has amnesia.
Amnesia? Since when?
Nobody knows for sure. Since before she met Sam, like 20 years.
So she doesn't remember anything about her life before she met Sam?
No. That whole period of her life is blank.
You said that she and Sam weren't exactly married anymore, meaning what?
A little over a year ago, a man named David Hastings came to Harmony. He claims to be her husband. And not only that, they have a son together, John. Only Grace doesn't remember anything about them.
Interesting.
What are you thinking now?
Nothing.
Oh, don't give me that.
No, I was just recalling my blissful childhood here in the Crane Mansion. Oh, what little time I spent here. Mother never paying attention to me, managing to ignore my existence while showering love down on Ethan, her crown prince. You know, naturally, Julian, Papa, and Grandpapa Alistair fawned over him. They had no idea he was really Sam Bennett's son, so they were grooming him to become the heir to all things Crane.
Fox, I know you have your reasons for resenting Ethan. But he really is a wonderful man.
You wear your heart on your sleeve, Teresa.
Love is a wonderful thing. And Ethan and I share a great one. An eternal love.
Oh. There's just a little problem with that, though. See, Ethan's married to another woman, Teresa. He said I do to Gwen.
So, does Teresa still have hold of your heart?
I am so sorry that you feel you even have to ask that question. I obviously did a very bad job of answering you before. Gwen, what I meant to say was yes. When I was deciding who I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, who I wanted to marry, I listened to my head, but more importantly, I listened to my heart. And my heart told me that I was supposed to be with you and our child. You have my heart, Gwen.
Okay, well, no luck with state police. I mean, they're pulling triple duty. But I did find out where Harmony PD is already searched, so that gives me a good idea where we're gonna look.
Let's get a good son, Joe.
I'm with you, Dad. It's likely that we're gonna have to split up, cover more ground that way.
Whatever it takes.
All right, guys, remember to dress warm, huh? Sweaters, jackets, boots, scarves. Could be in that blizzard for hours.
I'll stay up for as long as it takes. I just want to find my sister. It's funny, I don't even think of her as my half-sister anymore.
Thank you, John. I am so proud you are my son.
All right, Charity, I'll get the sweaters and you get the jackets.
Yes, my snow boots are up in my closet.
Okay.
Whoa.
What?
Hey, where do you think you're going?
We're gonna help. We won't slow you down, Daddy.
Well, you might. Okay, look, I appreciate the offer, but I don't think it's such a good idea.
Okay, Samuel, but there's got to be something that we can do.
Well, stay here in case Kay calls, or she might even come home. I know you want to be home for that, okay?
Yeah, you know what? We'll make some tea and some hot water bottles, all right?
That's a good
We
idea.
need that.
Okay, all set. All right, guys, let's go.
Set that.
I'm ready. Come on, let's go.
Dear God, please let them find my baby. And let her be all right.
Oh, God. What am I gonna do?
You won't give Antonio the...
No, I haven't decided yet.
Sheridan, no. Why would you let her think? Your brother is dying. There is no time to think.
I want to honor Antonio's wishes.
Well, then tell Eve to go ahead and give my son the drug.
Antonio didn't make it clear as to what he wanted, whether or not he wanted to spend the rest of his life incapacitated.
Of course he made it clear. He said that he would risk taking this experimental drug no matter what happened. As long as you were by his side, he wanted to live.
That's the option I choose.
No, Mama. This is not what Antonio said. Not exactly. He said that he did not want to be a burden to Sheridan.
Listen to me, son. You too, Sheridan. Antonio was being selfless. He said that he would sacrifice his life and his chance at being cured so that Sheridan would not have to take care of him.
Yes, he was being selfless when he said that to Sheridan.
Right. And now it's her turn. And she should be just as selfless as Antonio and give him this drug. Give him a chance at life. Even if it costs you your chance to be with Luis.
Mama, it's Sheridan's decision, okay? Antonio wants it that way, and you pressuring her like this isn't helping.
Isn't helping? Your brother is in there, lying, dying.
Oh, you know, just stop it! This is my decision. And I want to do what's best for Antonio, and all you're doing is making this harder for me, so stop telling me what to do. I want to do what's best for you, Antonio. No matter what they think or say, I know I can make the right decision. I know I can.
Ethan may have chosen Gwen for now, but true love takes many paths, Fox.
If you say so.
I'm serious. I love Ethan, and Ethan loves me, even if he's married to Gwen.
He sure does have a funny way of showing it.
Now listen, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Before he found out that Gwen was pregnant, he was gonna ask me to marry him. But then... he found out Gwen had a bun in the oven, and being the stand-up stalwart guy he's always been painted, he went ahead and did the right thing by her. Yeah. But no matter what you think or say, the love Ethan and I share will survive the test of time. His marriage to Gwen is just a curve in the road. A detour in our future together.
Detour. Yeah, I'm sure that's what Mother thinks about her and Sam Bennett. She probably sees his marriage to Grace and their 3 children as nothing more than a minor obstacle separating her and Sam from having a blissful future together.
Well, I hate to admit this, but Ivy and I had a conversation once about her going after Sam.
Really? Wow, well, I wish I could have been here for that one.
I told her that we weren't very different. She'd do anything to get Sam, not let anything stop her. And that's how I feel about Ethan. Nothing is gonna stop me. Certainly not Gwen.
And how did she respond to that?
I don't know why she wouldn't agree that in so many ways we're both the same.
Mother must have loved hearing that one.
Yeah, she swore she was nothing like me, and then she said that she'd never let me have Ethan. Well, she paid for that tonight, got her butt tossed out of the mansion.
Yeah, Mother's gone, but was it worth the cost?
What cost?
You tossing my mother out of the mansion tonight has come at an incredible price, Teresa. You haven't even realized it yet.
I love you so much.
I love you. Only you.
I can't make a decision until I think this through.
You have thought.
Mama, please.
I need time to think. Without being pressured and without being told what to do.
My son doesn't have time.
Lord, I think she's right. I think that you need some time to be alone and to make this decision.
Please, Eve. I'm not going to stop fighting for my son. I can't.
Sheridan's just trying to do what Antonio wants.
My son was raised in the church. He would want to live. It's a sin to give up on life. And it is also a sin to give up on a life that can be saved. Why can't you people see that? The church says that we have to do everything we can possibly do to save a life. Now, I don't care if my son is incapacitated or in a coma. At least he'd be alive. At least we would have some hope for a cure. And medical science is doing all kinds of miraculous things these days. They could find a cure for my son tomorrow, and then I could have my son back. We could all have Antonio back.
Let's say if the cure works. Mama, if.
Sheridan, what if you let Antonio die, and then the next day, they find a cure for his disease? How would you feel about that, Sheridan?
Well, all we can do now is wait and pray.
Yeah, pray. I'm gonna go upstairs and say a rosary for Kay's safe return. Okay.
I gotta do something. Do you want some tea, Mom?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Tea would be great. And, I don't know, sandwiches?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Well, guess it's just the two of us.
Just you and me.
Tell me something, Ivy. What are you doing here?
What?
Why are you in my house? What is the real reason you're here?
Sheridan, surely you've had enough time.
Nurse! Oh, dear God.
This is it, Beth. Shh. Antonio's going to die. And Sheridan's going to be free to marry Louise. And you're going to be left out in the cold all by your lonesome, boo-hoo.
What does it take to shut that vicious mouth of yours?
Yep. Your dreams aren't going to come true now.
How many times do I have to explain it? It doesn't matter if Antonio dies. I have planted so many seeds of doubt and guilt in Sheridan's mind. She'll never be happy marrying Louise. It just simply won't happen.
You'll see, Bethy Boo, you'll see.
Oh, and then there's Pilar. Do you really think she could ever forgive Sheridan's forgetting to give Antonio his medication and causing this coma? No. Everything is just too raw. It's too emotional, Mother.
I like it raw.
Well, Sheridan and Louise don't. Okay, they can never be happy with this hanging over their heads. It doesn't matter if Antonio lives or dies. Sheridan and Louise can never be together.
He's all right for the moment. I'm gonna have to be brutally honest with you. Antonio's life is hanging on by a thread. Sheridan, I don't want to increase your pressure, but you're gonna have to tell me what kind of medical treatment you want for Antonio, and you've got to tell me right now.
I don't have to. I mean, there was no cost. Tossing Ivy out of the mansion, it didn't cost me a thing.
You're not thinking, Teresa. Okay, what were you just rhapsodizing about? Huh? Ethan, the love of your life? How important he is to you? How much his love means to you?
Well, it does.
Well, then tossing his mother out of the house she raised him in has cost you that love.
No.
I don't know, Teresa. I don't see him ever forgiving you for this. Which means your delight in kicking Ivy out of the house tonight has cost you Ethan, and you're just gonna have to accept that. Look, the fact is, you've lost Ethan forever.
Well, I'm waiting.
For what?
Oh, come on, Ivy. Don't play games. Why are you here? What are you up to?
I'm not up to anything, Grace. I'm here because Teresa kicked me out of the mansion.
And you had no place to go.
That's right.
Speaks volumes for your popularity, doesn't it?
That's nice, Grace. Kick me when I'm down.
Oh, come on, Ivy. You're not going to play the victim here now, are you?
I am a victim, Grace, of Teresa's viciousness.
I'm certain that Teresa had a good reason. Just like I'm certain that you are up to something. And I know it has to do with Sam.
You know, Grace, I realize you're under a lot of stress, but...
You know, Ivy, I had a premonition.
A what?
A premonition. That you were trying to take my husband away from me. Not that I needed one. You've been kind of obvious lately. But I'm not going to let that happen. I'll be damned if I'll let you take Sam away from me.
All right, guys, listen. We're gonna split up, widen the search. We're not covering enough ground this way.
Okay, I'll move east. I got west.
You guys got your walkie-talkies?
Check.
All right, I'll see you on the other side of the park.
All right.
Kay! Kay!
Antonio's condition could deteriorate at any time, Sheridan.
Sheridan, please. You've got to make a decision. Time's running out.
Please tell us that you're going to save my son's life.
Sheridan, just do what's in your heart.
You can't wait any longer, Sheridan. What are you going to do?
Now, Ethan may not realize it yet. He could never find real love with anyone else.
But what do you think he's doing right now with his wife?
I want to know what you're really doing in my house.
I want to do what's best for Antonio, but this is my decision and no one else's.